The holiday season is a time of tradition, hope, and joy, usually celebrated with family and friends. Inevitably, holidays also turn our thoughts to loved ones who are no longer here, but whose memory burns brightly in our hearts. Coming up on Polk Place, we will talk about the light of remembrance, and make sure you stick around. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Lauren Lingell. Joining me in studio, we have Mary Perillo, who is a volunteer coordinator at the Forsyth Hospice House, which seems to be a mouthful for me. And we also have Lisa Maxwell, who is the Forsyth Hospice House manager. Right. So fantastic to have you both here.
Thank you.
Now, before we get into the lights of remembrance, I want to talk a little bit about how the Forsyth Hospice House fits into Chapters Health and Good Shepherd Hospice.
Okay.
Can you speak to that a little?
Sure. You want me to take
Go
this?
ahead, sure.
So the Forsyth Hospice House is in the middle of Auburndale, Florida, and it's an inpatient, what we call an inpatient unit for hospice patients that come to the hospice house for symptom management. A lot of people associate a hospice house with just a place to go to die, and that's just not what we are. When patients are in the field or in the hospital and they need to come to us because their pain is out of control or shortness of breath or some symptom that they're unable to get managed, they come to the hospice house, and the goal is to get the symptoms treated, get them under control, get some medications tweaked, and get them back home or to the facilities or wherever it is that they live. So we have 3 inpatient units with chapters. We have one in Sebring, one in Lakeland, and then the Forsyth one in Auburndale.
And so it's really just sort of a temporary inpatient to manage the symptoms, give the tools that they need to go back to their homes.
Exactly. Now, having said that, a lot of times, patients do pass away quite often because when these symptoms do become problematic or out of control, it is because it is an end of life. It's part of end of life.
Yeah.
So in a previous interview on our show, we had a very nice doctor come in and talk about palliative care. And as I understand it, that is the step before someone might seek out services at Forsyth Hospice House.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is more of we're going to help you to stay comfortable and manage whatever symptoms you have.
Right.
While you live out the rest of your life as
when
you choose.
When they come on to hospice services as opposed to palliative, they are no longer seeking aggressive care. There's no more options available for them, and then we, like you said, keep them comfortable, symptom-free as they live out the rest of their days.
Absolutely. Okay. So you come in as a volunteer coordinator. What types of things do volunteers do in this level of hospice care?
Oh, our volunteers can sit with a patient. They visit them on a regular basis in the facility and out for companionship. They can run errands for them, do their grocery shopping. They can, I have volunteers that play music. We have dog therapy. It is a wide range of things that the volunteers do. They can come in the office and do computer work. We have ladies that do mass mailings. We send out over 3,000 letters a month. And they are a well-oiled machine, and they crank those letters out. And yeah, there's a lot of opportunities for volunteering.
So anything from actually supporting the organization
Everything.
to being interactive with your clients.
One-on-one patient to wide open.
So there's pretty much any way you can help. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Now ladies, tell me a little bit about is it the light of remembrance or the lights of remembrance?
Lights of Remembrance.
Okay. And share with me a little bit about that program.
Sure. So the Lights of Remembrance program has been around about 10 years. It was actually, before that, it was called something else. But what we do is we open up to the community and to families of patients that have been under hospice care, that have passed away. And we give them an opportunity to be acknowledged, to remember their loved one. We have a full program. We invite the community to join us. They light candles, they get an ornament, and they remember each family member. And you're surrounded by people that have lost someone. It's very empowering to be in a group of people that know what you've gone through. They speak the language. They understand what the loss is.
Wow, that is not, I don't like to do too much research before I have interviews because I like to ask questions as if I'm learning it for the very first time so that other people who are watching it get that experience as well.
It's powerful.
And
Yeah.
I didn't, that's not what I thought it was going to be. So it's really like this beautiful opportunity for people to get together and to share in their grief or their celebration that someone's gone on and is no longer in pain, and that is so great.
The holidays are rough
Oh, sure.
for a lot of people that have lost someone, and time doesn't take that away. You could have lost someone years ago, and when the holidays hit around, it's difficult, and especially when it's fresh. And this will be their first holiday without their loved one.
Wow. So how does one get involved? How does one know about this? I'm sure you have some sort of communication that you send out to.
We have community communications that go out through the resources, through the volunteers, mailers. We have flyers, things like what we're doing today.
Absolutely.
But mostly it's a lot of word of mouth. Auburndale is a very close-knit community, and we've been doing this for 10 years, so everybody's aware that it's happening, and as our families are in our hospice house around the holidays, we're telling them about it, we're talking about it, and they see the flyers, and so.
Is there a donation fee, or is there some way that people can help support this event? Or
There's absolutely an opportunity to donate, yes.
Okay.
It's not, obviously it's not mandatory.
Sure.
But yes, absolutely. There's always a donation opportunity that helps us, to continue to provide this service to the community and to their families.
Do families, you mentioned that families could acknowledge a loved one and they get an ornament and that sort of thing. Is that something that is funded through donations from that family?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Not necessarily through that family.
Right.
Through all donations,
So
we're
the
able to
organization.
In
purchase the
general.
ornaments.
Right.
And
Gotcha.
right.
Sorry, it took me a second. to
That's
get there.
okay.
Wow, I'm sorry. I'm just picturing this room and all these candles and.
It's
and
beautiful. We
things
do it
like that.
outside.
Yeah.
And we do it at dusk, and we have a lighting of the tree. So we have a large Christmas tree that's all, lit, but not turned on. And so part of the ceremony, we'll have a choir from usually Florida Southern that will sing. We have a couple speakers, and then people will take an ornament, write their loved one's name on it, place the ornament on the tree, and then we have a selected child that's usually from the bereavement, that has lost somebody in hospice, and we give them a magic wand, and they swing, whatever you do with a wand,
Right.
and the tree's lit.
Oh wow,
And
And then it starts.
that's
it's
that's really special.
It's really
Yes.
beautiful.
It's really
Yeah,
special.
it's emotional.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next point. How is it that you two can do what you do? You must be very special people to be able to be there for these families.
From my point, from a clinical standpoint, when you see a patient rolling in your house that is just out of control in pain, cannot breathe, just uncomfortable, and the family is just distraught, and by gathering your nurses and your docs, and you're able to bring some comfort to not only the patient, but the whole family, and you can see the collaborative sigh of relief, and know that patient was able to pass peacefully, and
It's a beautiful gift to be able to be a part of.
it's a privilege.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, I think this holiday season is going to be one that a lot of folks are going to have the opportunity to remember the people that they love, and you provide that opportunity. So, thank you for being able to do that.
Thank you.
And if people want to ensure that at the Forsyth Hospice House can continue to do that, you can make donations to support this beautiful ceremony. So
Thank you.
thank you both for being here.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
To help families and friends cope with the holiday season, Lights of Remembrance was created. It is an opportunity for hospice families and community members to come together to celebrate and remember their loved ones in a special way. Hospice has a unique understanding of loss, and for more than 10 years, Good Shepherd Hospice has maintained a tradition of remembrance and comfort during the holidays. Light of Remembrance, our annual tree lighting ceremony, honors the memory of the loved ones we have lost. Each light represents a special person and shines brightly as a symbol of love. For every $25 or more donated, a symbolic light is added to the tree at various Good Shepherd Hospice locations. For more information about Lights of Remembrance, please contact the Chapters Health Foundation office at 813-871-8111 or email foundation@chaptershealth.org.